Lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see from the title of today's video, we're going to be reacting to Dancing Like Butterfly Wings, which just from this title alone, I feel like it sounds so incredibly beautiful. So I can't wait to see what we're going to be getting from this song. I am so intrigued to find out. But before we do, if you guys are new to the channel, then welcome and thank you for joining. Make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, I just cannot wait to get into this one, so let's go. Okay. All right. Got it, Mingy. Yeah. Get it. Oh. Honestly, we can make something new, grow up, let the wind blow. We were talking about, I'm pretty sure it was in Wave, maybe. There was that lyric of, you know, that strong wind almost, you know, pushing you in the right direction in a way, I feel like, and letting it sort of guide you on that path. And I feel like that is just what we're talking about again, you know? We're talking about creating something new, going for what you want in that dream, and just letting what's going to be almost in a sense, you know? It's like you can't really have control over too much when it comes to that sense of a dream. All you can do is trust in the process, trust in the path that you've been on, and hope for the best in terms of, you know, all of the opportunities sort of coming your way in a sense. And I think that is just so beautiful, you know, just saying we're going to grow up, we're going to almost just let life be what it is, almost just live in the moment, you know, live in the present, not have to worry again about all the things that have happened or things that are yet to come. We're just going to, you know, trust in letting this wind blow towards us, whatever it's going to and whatever it's meant to be. And I think just that sense of, again, just, you know, fate and their journey panning out in the way it's meant to be is a really beautiful thing, isn't it? Oh, the vocals. Oh, this is sort of like melting my heart in so many different ways, because them just sort of saying, you know, I don't want to lose my mind. I want to be able to go for what I want. And I remember starting out this journey, you know, almost like trembling and nervous and anxious and not sure of what was to come, with all that anticipation and, you know, wondering if this was maybe the right thing to do. But it's like ultimately I want to be able to touch that dream. I want to be able to make that dream a reality. So I know that I have to sort of trust in this process, trust in whatever's going to be, in order to actually have that as a possibility of an outcome of actually achieving that dream, you know? I can't just give up, because if I give up everything I've worked for and all of that, you know, time and energy and anticipation and worry and all of the things we've been through will have been for nothing if I give up. I have to just keep on going on this path, even if, you know, maybe I'm a bit nervous. Ultimately, I know that I can trust in the fact that I've got, you know, the people around me who can be there for me to support me along this journey, you know. It's just so beautiful, isn't it? That builds up as well a little bit in the beat. Oh. Stop it. Expecting to get emotional to this one, I can't lie, but genuinely my heart feels like it's actually just being taken over. I think it's just that message of, oh no, the tears are starting, guys, I'm sorry, I didn't know this was going to happen, but it has. Honestly, it's just that sense of them talking about, you know, dancing like butterfly wings, them saying in the beginning their hands were trembling, you know, but they still pushed on and started to take flight in a way. And I think them just saying, you know, we're like butterfly wings, we're so beautiful, we're so precious, but we're also fragile in a way. And even though like we have the strength to uphold that wind upon our wings, like we are still fragile to all of the elements, and we still are, you know, nervous and anticipating what's to come and what could be from, you know, taking flight and really you know, just trusting in the elements in a way. But ultimately, we have to try and fly, because if we don't, we're just going to be stuck. You know, we're not going to be able to move. But I just think that sense of them comparing themselves to butterfly wings is so in depth, clever, and just beautiful, isn't it? Just that imagery of them saying like we're like butterfly wings. It's so unbelievably like creative and beautiful and just a sweet thought, isn't it? The vocals, Honghoon. I just think as well that sense of, you know, we keep on rising, we keep on going higher, despite how nervous we are, how scared we might be, or, you know, the thoughts we might have. It's like ultimately we know that our dream is almost like that sense of a silver lining in the clouds, like it's up there in the sky. And we have to keep on trying to fly higher to, you know, really be able to touch that dream, to reach that dream. And we know that we can't do that unless we do just keep on pushing forward. I think just them saying like we're taking this step, even if it's like the smallest of steps, we keep on making these moves because we know that ultimately that's going to be the thing that leads us to, again, that sense of utopia, you know, that we have always dreamed about. I think the way with the Treasure EP, especially so far from what I've heard, that it connects so many of the songs so seamlessly and beautifully together with that message of that dream, you know, and what is it that you treasure most, I think is so, so incredible. I do. I think for me with the Treasury P as well, that sense of a dream being that real treasure, you know, to them. I think that is what's come across most in this EP. But I feel like as well, like I've said before, you can interpret that in so many ways. But I think for me, this EP especially is more so about that dream, you know? I think it's about those goals and aspirations that they all have craved and wanted and are sort of reaching for. Whereas I think the Fever EPs for me felt more so of the journey. You know, even though these Treasury EPs talk a lot about their journey, I feel like the Fever EPs definitely tend to revel more in the sense of, you know, people trying to stop you, people trying to halt you on that journey, on that path. And it's just like about pushing forward on that route to be able to, you know, really foresee the outcome of that. But I think just everything about the two melding so beautifully together is just incredible, isn't it? That build up in the beat is everything, isn't it? He lives in the back end. It just feels like so hopeful as well. There's like that sense of real just regained hope and excitement, you know, almost in a way. I feel like from the vibe of this song. Oh, I love that they're saying, you know, the sky is your background. Like you can make it anything you want. It's almost that blank canvas for whatever your dream or your goal is. I think that is really beautiful. But them just saying enjoy your own flight dance. I think again, even though we were just referencing the Fever EPs, if we go back to those Fever EPs and we think about, you know, that sense of them just saying, you know, follow your own path. Don't let anybody else try and stop you. Know what you want and know who you are and just be true to that. I think I'm just saying like enjoy your own moment, enjoy your own life. Don't let anybody, you know, negatively impact what you want from life. Build that sort of dream for yourself, build that life for yourself. Don't let anybody stop you from, you know, creating your own background for whatever you want to do. I think it's just so inspiring from what I've heard so far from Ateez, and them just saying it's like an endless infinity. Like it doesn't have to ever feel like it has to end, you know? It can just be that thing that you almost have as that everlasting dream, that everlasting treasure, you know? Oh, get it, Jono. Oh, his voice. Oh, who was that in the back end? That was everything. Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, I love the vibe of this one as well, like the little guitar going on. Everything and more. Wow. I just loved the whole thought and the feeling behind this song. I think that sense of butterfly wings, you know, almost being that transformative thing. I feel like butterflies are just that symbol of growth and that symbol of just, you know, developing and transforming over time. And I think that is sort of what Ateez are trying to relay in this song, that sense of almost like a new beginning in a way, a newfound sense of hope and faith in yourself, and also just, you know, really overcoming everything to come out on the other side brighter and even more strong than you were before. I think this whole song just really having that sense of hope, that sense of faith, that sense of belief in yourself, and that everything's going to turn out in the way that it's meant to, I think is really beautiful. And again, the vocals, the feeling, the whole tone of this song, I just loved so much. I'm very excited to keep on reacting to more, but I hope you guys enjoyed watching along this video with me. If you did, like I said, make sure you're clicking that subscribe button down below to stay up to date with what I post on this channel. And while you're at it, why not leave a little like on this video as well? It really does help me to see what you're enjoying watching so I can keep on making more videos like this. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a wonderful day and I will see you in the next video.